Listen to that. That isn't just a wheel bearing. That is my 1992 VW Fox trying to tell me it's tired. This is where the noise was coming from while I was driving. If this gets any looser, the wheel is going to start making its own travel arrangements. Let's get this wheel off. These aren't tight, these are welded on. I think the last person to touch this car was trying to make sure that no one removes these.
Flashback.
Oh, yeah. I remember a couple of days ago before making this long trip, I had to go to a tire shop and they used an air gun to torque it.
End of flashback.
I'd show you how I actually got these wheels off, but the camera wasn't rolling. And honestly, I think it's better for everyone involved. It turned out this way. Let's get the dust cap off. This is the part where you realize you have two hands and need three. It's been on here for a while, I would say, and it's clearly grown quite fond of this axle. Finally, there it is. Look at the grease. It's seen better days. It looks more like an old marmalade than a lubricant at this point. Next is the split pin. It's a bit of a surgical procedure with a hammer and pliers. This little piece of wire is the only thing standing between me and a very bad day on the highway. Out comes the trusty shifting wrench, the Swiss Army knife of the South African garage. Not the most professional tool, but for the hub nut, it's exactly what the doctor ordered. Now we clean. You cannot mix old grease with new. That's asking for trouble. I'm wiping the stub axle down until it shines. We need a clinical environment before we even think about new bearings. The drum is clean, the axle is ready, but now we have a problem. The old bearing races are pressed in tight. How are we going to get them out without a hydraulic press? Well, that's a problem for part 2. See you then.